listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fearful, bring back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Is at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, I'm shooting at Mupandi Studios. You should go and follow on Instagram. I will link that in the description box down below. Very soon I'll be opening to the public, so go follow us so that when I make the announcement, you'll be one of those that actually start, and then I'll have the price list out. The other thing again that I have to remind you guys is that on the 30th of March, we're having our masterclass that only goes for $390. So you really don't want to miss this one. Hey, you really don't want to miss this one. The details I'm sure will be somewhere here. Just go ahead and make payment, send proof of payment on WhatsApp, and then obviously, your numbers will be saved. We'll create a WhatsApp group very soon. That will obviously have people that are going to be coming, and then those that are going to be attending live, so that you guys, the ones that are attending live, will be able to get the what do they call this? They will be able to get the login link, and then those that will be physically coming, then we can be able to share our private location with you guys. But anyway, ninjas, let's go ahead and get into this. This quite triggered me a bit, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and talk about this. Let me go ahead and also just give Nozi my advice. I don't know if you watches my channel or not, but if you do, sis, this is just advice from someone that has struggled with the same thing that you're struggling with right now for years. Like when I tell you guys 4 years, I swear to God 4 years, okay? So Nozi, guys, it's not the first time that she has actually come out here and she's been crying of being very emotional about her mom. Her mom seems to be someone that really, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't want to speak bad of anyone's parent, but let me go ahead and place this live Nozi or part of it, and then we will talk.
There's this continuous perception that we are okay. We don't need anything. We fine. Not realizing that at that point we need so much, and we need so much emotional support and every kind of support from our family. But unfortunately, it's not there. Yeah, so namhlanje I'm just triggered a lot because there are pros and cons when it comes to this journey. Being in the spotlight, being in the limelight, whatever. However, it comes with certain perceptions that we have, for example, all the money in the world. We can afford izinto. So kunalantu yabana kutheni ungayenzi into nje? Because kaloku unemali wena. Why can't you do ABC? We don't understand. Actually, you are not being responsible, or you're not taking care of your family. You are not taking care of your mom. You are not doing 1, 2, 3. I cannot once again begin to explain the sacrifices I've personally done and continue to do at the expense, particularly of my mom.
So obviously you guys actually heard what she was talking about. It does seem like her mom is someone that really wants a lot of money from Nozi, hey? And looking at everything that Nozi has done for her mom, I really just struggle to understand, like, why would a parent actually be like that to their own child? I did see someone that actually, this one is Yolakazi, who on Twitter said Nozi used to give her mom pocket money while she was still in varsity. She bought her mom a house and take care of her 3 late sisters' kids, plus sends grocery money home without fail. Nozi has shared how her money will call her, how her money will call her and ask for more money. Well, this person made a mistake. They want to say her mom will call her and ask for more money mid-month after she has done all these duties. What do you call this type of abuse, right? And you can literally see that Nozi is really honestly like crying. She really is crying. She was live, and for me, this... I. So I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the tweets that I'm seeing under that. It says, I remember when her mom involved Umfundisi in all this. I remember when she stole Nozi's very expensive perfume. It all makes sense now. Yo, no, it's too much. Ngeke phela. Someone said, my life right now, Sila Lamzali. I can relate to this. Now, I think that the part that I really related to the most was the part of seeking validation from your parent. We're not getting emotional because this is not our chende. The part of seeking validation from your parent, that one is real. It's a very real one. I don't even want to lie. You are very right of the fact that who wouldn't seek that validation from their parent? And what I've realized is that you will always seek validation from that parent that never gave you the validation, for me, it is my father, not my mom. My mom was an angel, may her soul continue to rest in perfect peace. But for years, I also was someone that actually sought my father's validation so much, which is why even though whatever wrong he would do, if they said apologize to him, I will apologize. Like, it did feel like at one point I was begging for his relationship. And I think that I don't know if I've told you guys, but the last day that I actually sat down and had a conversation with my father, which was in 2021, December, I think it was December the 27th, if I'm not too mistaken, he basically told me that, if I don't really care about this relationship, and he's talking about him and I, and he said that even if one was never to speak to the other ever again, he would be fine with that, and no one would come to anyone's funeral. And I remember that day I was just so heartbroken because that was the day I actually realized that the validation that I seek from this man I'll never ever get. I will never ever get. And I remember just feeling so abused, man. It was a feeling that I couldn't even really explain. It was like, for years I've tried. For years I have swallowed. For years I have laid flat so that there could be peace between us, so that there could be some sort of relationship between us. But that man was not interested in having any relationship with me. That is why even after he had my lobola, he never cared to come and see where I was married. And I think that having to come to terms with everything, that really helped me. I remember that day, 2021, was the day that I actually said, I am done. I did not seek any validation from him. And that was when I basically I started fighting, legally for my baby sister. We're still in court. We're going back next month. But what I just want to say to you is that the day you actually stop wanting any validation is the day you're going to be free. Because trust and believe, the validation you're looking for, you're never going to get. I don't know what miracle would have happened, because for me, I find it that this mostly happened with narcissistic parents. If you look at their behavior, if you look at here, the things that people are saying, or stole expensive perfume, or how should always constantly be asking for money, this. It's not really normal behavior from a parent, whether if it's a mother or whether if it's a father. And I know that there are other people that are also dealing and going through certain things like this. One of the reasons why guys, I don't hurt anymore when it comes to my father is because I have let go. I have released him. I couldn't let a stranger abuse me. So I got to a point where I was like, this crap of blood is thicker than water. When I'm dying with blood, no, we're not doing that. I just said to myself, no, I actually really am done. I was like, I'm not doing anything. And of course, it was about money. When we even got to that situation, it was about money, when he basically was expecting me to help him take his kids to school. And he has more money than me. So I'm like, we're not doing that because I have not birthed a child. And then they say I'm disrespectful. You understand? So basically what I just want to say or advise anyone that is in this situation, even Nozi, I think it's time that you actually let go, mama. I don't think that it's worth it. I don't think that it is worth you getting depressed by your mother's behavior when you're also a mother. You need to be fully there for your child. And unfortunately, this young human being that fully depends on you is going to sense this behavior. Because for one to even come online crying, it means that she has cried about this privately. This is the life that she has to go back to when she stops this life. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that when you have if you build or buy your parent a house, you have really done the most. I don't even want to lie. The fact that she even sends her money every month, she's taking care of her late sister's kids, allegedly, obviously, as you guys heard here, that on its own is a lot. And then having to also deal with all this. And I think that there are times where I've actually seen parents that do this, and I'm like, do you not understand that what you're doing, your actions could literally impact your daughter's marriage? She's so blessed that she got a husband that loves her. But from time to time, that will also put a strain in their relationship, because on top of all the money that is already going, they've budgeted that, okay, it's gonna go, which again, I don't even want to lie, guys. You should be very appreciative if you're a parent that has a child that is married and money still comes your way. Every single month, you know it's a guarantee. You're still very, very blessed, because these people, they also have their own lives, they also have their own plans, and no matter how much someone looks like they have money, people don't have as much money as you always look at them and think they have at most times. I'm not saying they don't have money, I'm sure they do, but I'm just saying that when you sit and you're like, oh, they drive this car, they this and this, those are all subtractions from the money they had. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, I think that it's so selfish of parents that also do this. You don't understand that you're actually putting your child's marriage in danger, because now this child is stressed. Now she has to go to her husband again. Baby, we need to again send another 2,000, mama. It can be a big problem. But when it comes to validation, if you're seeking validation from someone that has never given you validation, your parent, you will never get that validation. My mother passed away 10 years ago. This is year 11. And I remember she would give me validation all the time. I was sitting and talking about this not so long when we were busy building the backgrounds and stuff. I'm the one that sat down, sketched everything. And I was literally here being like, do like this, do like that. I just don't have the manpower. But I was the one that actually directed everything. And I remember just actually saying that growing up, my mom used to always say that my child is so smart, there's nothing she cannot do. And let me tell you guys something, literally that built a beast in me that believed that there's nothing I cannot do. If I set my mind to something and say I'm gonna do that, trust and believe I will do that thing if that's what I actually want. So as much as this woman passed many years ago, I have so much validation from her. There's so much. This is just a tip of an iceberg. Yet here's my father, who has never given me validation that I ever wanted. And so what I'm trying to show you guys is that if you are an adult and you still seek validation from your parent, you'll never get it. Because validation from a parent, it needs to come as you're growing. It's not going to be something that actually changes and all of a sudden it's going to come now. If Nozi could buy her mother a house and she still doesn't get validation, where now who maybe your mother is out there or your father is out there saying, if you bought me a house, I would have been, trust and believe, even though you bought that house, the validation is still not going to come. Look at Nozi. Still, it's not going to come. So there are parents that are honestly like that. And I think that there is absolutely nothing wrong with loving someone from far. That's personally me. There's nothing wrong with loving someone from far. I love my father, but from a very long distance. Very long one. A very long one. And I think that people deal with situations in different ways. In closing, I mean, you know, I'm sure we're gonna deep into this another time, but when it comes to the validation aspect, let me tell you guys one story. So my father used to actually say that you're going to struggle until you die. He would say that to me, like, not that he's telling other people to my face. And then he would say, nido panda chifa, because he didn't go to school. He would say that you're gonna panda until you die. And in 2021, I then decided that I'm going to, no, not in 2021, 2022, when I was now in my process of actually healing, and I have now accepted that I'll never get any validation from this man. Those words really used to hurt me, guys, that my own father would tell me I'm gonna amount to nothing, that I'm gonna panda until I die. And then I basically said to myself, I'm gonna actually take that, and that's gonna be my motivation. That's gonna be something that I'm gonna build for myself. Hence Mupandi Studios now. Our parents never know the amount of hurt they give us by just not even giving us validation. And for me, I told myself, you know what, Mupandi, I opened this company open. I didn't know what it was going to actually do. It's still going to have a lot of umbrellas under it. We do have Mupandi Studios now, but we're going to have more Mupandi stuff. But for me, I felt that the same Nido Panda Panda Skanchifa, I was like, I'm going to actually put it into positivity for me. What was supposed to hurt me so much, I'm gonna actually use it, and I'm gonna have that as what's gonna be my success. And so that's why I opened Mupandi Company. That's where the name Mupandi comes. So it's very personal to me, and I feel like it's also just a way of me to just fight my way back. You know, anytime that I actually see things happening, you know, I see myself now at a point where the studio is literally 98% done. We are almost there. I am really just so excited, and I think that if there's anything, honestly, healing is everything that you can just do, because healing is the only thing that you can do. And unfortunately, you cannot heal in the same environment that keeps hurting you. It cannot be the same snake that beats you that is going to be the one that actually gives you the cure. So sometimes you do need to distance yourself from people, even though they're your parents, and love them from a distance, because I'm telling you guys, distancing myself from that old man is one of the best decisions I ever made for myself. I've never been this mentally strong my whole entire life, because I'm not forcing any relationship with a parent. You know, it would be okay. Next thing, he does something that hurts my feelings. He is an elder, so obviously you can't just say anything. So you just have to go home and be hurt, you know. And I was sick and tired of that. I was like, you know what? I'm also an adult now. I have Ryan. He needs a mom tea that is functional. He needs a mom that is going to be able to be in her right sense and be able to work for him, because my child deserves everything in this world. And so I told myself that it's not going to be my parent that actually stops me, because I was literally getting depressed to a point where I couldn't really even work. I wasn't fully functional because I was constantly having this huge weight in my back, because it's not only just validation. I think one part that most of us just don't want to say is, we want that love from our parent. We all do. But when that love is not coming, you have no choice but to just cut your losses and actually leave. And so that's the advice that I can honestly give you. At this point, I think she has complained a lot about her mother. It doesn't seem like her mother even actually maybe watches these videos and actually feels that I need to change. Because if she's coming back again and she's crying yet again, and I remember, if not so long, I think it was last year, where I actually also saw a video of her crying about the same situation in her vlog, then what other option do you actually have? What other option do you actually have? Abuse is abuse. It doesn't matter from who it's coming from. And I think that is very important, to put yourself first, to put your family first, and to put those who love you first. Blood is not thicker than water, please. Well, it might be thicker, but it has nothing to do with our relatives, please. So anyway, I love you guys so much. And yeah, man, I mean, for me, every video that I make, if it's something personal, I do share my own experiences. So I know about this. I know there are times where I wouldn't talk about my father and I'm not crying, but I've really done a lot of work throughout, 2023, 2022, 2023. This is 2024. This is year 3 that I don't have to deal with him, and I am okay. And I am literally at a point where I feel it, that I'm actually healing. Like, there's a lot of childhood traumas that I have healed. There's a lot of stuff that I've had to accept. My heart has started to just be hard when it comes to him. I don't really get that pain and stuff like that. And I think it's because by me removing myself from him, I've cut that source of constant pain. Some wounds will not heal if someone keeps jabbing on them. For them to heal, you just gotta space from that person. And I do hope that her mother does change, because, ma'am, your child is not doing well, and you're the reason, So I think maybe it's time you change. I don't know. And that's for all mothers out there, or all fathers that is there out there. We deserve your love, guys, as our parents. The same way that we should give our kids love, you should also give us, But anyway, I love you, Ninja. Stay blessed. And I am really sorry, man, Nozi. And I'm really just proud of the fact that she's so open about this whole situation, because I know that it's not a lot of people that are actually free and comfortable to can share. But she's one of those. And I've said this, that I actually do like Nozi a lot, because I feel that she actually talks about those topics that are uncomfortable, and she actually goes there. She doesn't front and live a fake life where we all just think her life is rosy. She drives this beautiful car, she has this beautiful family, she has this gorgeous house. She also shows us that, you know what, it's not perfect all the time, and I really appreciate her for that. So anyway, my ninjas, I love you guys, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninja.